Whole gang's here. Toronto and the Rangers. That's all we need. Whole gang's here. Alright, Spence, I fixed your lines. Alright, so Connor's in. Spence, you're in. Waiting on Mork. I'll annoy the shit out of him on Snap. That does say Toronto versus Vancouver. You know what that means? That's gonna be the game of the week right there. No, we're doing that. We're doing that, and you're not gonna change my mind. It's between Toronto versus Vancouver, Toronto versus the Rangers. We could do Nashville versus Boston. What do you think, Nashville versus Boston? We have time, we're waiting for others to get in. Well, if that's the case, Toronto versus Vancouver. You want to see the Rangers? So, Toronto versus the Rangers? Let me know when you're in, if you're in. Toronto, Vancouver? Alright. Toronto and Vancouver it is. First game of the week. And we, just to make it clear, we're going to the 22nd, just in case I forget. And you can remind me at the end. But we're going all the way to the 22nd once this is done. And, so game of the week is Toronto-Vancouver. Vancouver's the home team. So because Vancouver's the home team, I'll be like the home broadcaster. Home team broadcaster. So I'll be commentating for Vancouver, like on Vancouver's side, just to get a little bit of excitement. So when Toronto scores, I'm gonna be kind of like whatever about it, but when Vancouver scores, I'll get all hyped and stuff. Yeah, Van Homer. It's because they have JT Miller. JT Miller's a babe. Alright. Let's do it up then. Third period. Alright, so first period, Vancouver up 2-0, Gretzky, Giroux. Second period, and Vancouver's up 4-1. So JVR scored for the Leafs, and then Horvat, Giroux for the Canucks. So third period, we're gonna go skate jerseys. That works. Skate jerseys are the best jerseys, I'm not gonna lie. Centennial jerseys. Fuck. I have to fix everything again. All because of a jersey change. Alright. Yeah, the YouTube chat's garbage. I've completely ditched it. If anyone types into it, I have like the... Oh, that's loud, dude. Alright. Opening face-off to start the third. Gretzky versus Matthews. Gretzky kicks it back. And gets it right back. Drops back to Quinn Hughes. Hughes cuts through the circle, a shot turned aside by Anderson, and he will freeze. Wayne Gretzky, 6th in the league in goals with 17 this season. He's been quite the addition for Vancouver. Offensive draw for the Canucks is won by the Leafs. Spins back, fires it up ice. Here comes Austin Matthews. Matthews finds Barzal in the middle. His shot goes wide, off the boards, and covered by Markstrom. Vancouver leads the league so far this season. They're looking to hold on against a top-tier Leafs team. They're up 4-1 currently. And a big hit through the middle. Besser trips over his own teammate. Picked up now by Barzal to Matthews. Matthews around a Canuck. Now to Carlson. Carlson gets it back. Plays it across to Riley. Down low to Matthews. Back to Morgan Riley. Riley gets it to Carlson. Right back to Riley. To Matthews at the top of the circle. A save by Markstrom. Jacob Markstrom has been outstanding so far this season from start to now. You can see this hit again right there on Quinn Hughes. Rushes right through the circle and bodies him. Offensive zone face-up for the Leafs. Tavares to take it, and he'll win it back to Muzzin. Muzzin across the shots block, rebound, Nylander turned aside by Markstrom. Tavares picks it up, plays it out front to Marner. Chip down low, intercepted by Hughes, and now picked up by Doughty, who plays it across to Miller. JT Miller finds Drew in the middle. Looking down low, it's intercepted, and taken the other way. Played up ice, here's Marner. Marner, Deeks, cuts back, finds Carlson. Down low, it's deflected wide. Battle for behind the net, picked up by Tavares, now to Marner. Marner to the point, Carlson, coming in, it's broken up. Miller in the corner, kicks it out to Hughes. Hughes plays it up to Drew. Drew cuts wide, gains entry, stops, cuts back, finds Doughty, who enters. Doughty to the corner, plays it back to Drew. Looking to the middle, it's intercepted by Marner and taken the other way by Connor. Kyle Connor will dump it on in. Picked up by Doughty, who plays it around to Pearson. Pearson backhands one to Gostisbehere, he'll take it up himself. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone, cutting back. Plays it across Doughty, a shot, blocked. Back to Doughty, now to Gostisbehere, back across to Doughty. Doughty down low to Drew, a shot turned aside by Anderson, picked up now by Subban. Subban's pass is intercepted, Pearson could not get that through, and it's picked up by Fowler. Fowler up to Wenberg, a new face in the Leafs jersey. Fakes middle, cuts wide, a shot turned aside by Markstrom, and another chance turned aside again by Markstrom, picked up in the corner JVR. Toffoli digs it out, takes it up the other way. Tyler Toffoli through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, finds Pearson. Pearson to Gostisbehere, takes it down low to the hash marks, now to Horvat, back to Gostisbehere, cutting through, a shot turned aside by Anderson. Rebound picked up by Kapanen, plays it to Fowler in front. Doughty keeps it in, plays it across to Gostisbehere. Pass out front, turned aside by Anderson. Played up now to Wenberg. Wenberg off the boards, up ice to Kapanen. Kasperi-Kapanen through the dot, cuts back. Stays at the hash marks, then finds Riley. Shot by Kapanen's block and picked up now by Gretzky. Gretzky plays it across to Pettersson, back to Gretzky. Gretzky, a shot gloved down by Anderson, and he'll freeze as pressure was coming. 12:02 left here in the third period. The score remains 4-1 Vancouver. Both teams getting a few looks here in the third. Offensive zone face-up for the Canucks, taken by Gretzky, and he'll win it back to Edler, across now to Puink. Puink walks in, drops back to Besser to the top of the circle, down low to Gretzky, back to Besser. Besser plays it down low to Gretzky, who digs it out, fires one, scores! Gretzky to Pettersson out front, and it's 5-1 Vancouver. Gretzky from his office plays it right out front to the top of the slot, and an absolute bomb from Elias Pettersson, and they extend their lead. And Anderson has been yanked, and in net now is Robin Lehner, who was traded by the Vegas Golden Knights to the Leafs earlier this season. 11.5 to go in the third. It's 5-1 Vancouver. Do the Leafs have any life left? We'll have to wait and see. Puink carries it in. Finds Besser in the middle. A shot turned aside by Lehner. Now nearly squeaked through, but he's able to cover and freeze. Offensive zone face-up for the Canucks. One back by the Leafs. Morgan Riley cuts back and then backhands one up ice. Here's Nylander. His pass is easily picked up by Pettersson. Pettersson finds Puink cutting through the middle. Finds Besser in alone and a save by Lehner. Another chance for Besser. Held off by Lehner. A couple good looks, but Lehner looks good early on for the Leafs. Should have put him in earlier in this game when they had a chance. 10:18 left in the third. Offensive zone face-off for the Canucks. Tied up and won by the Leafs. Played up now to Nylander. William Nylander gains the offensive zone through the dot to the corner. Out front, Marner, a chance turned aside, rebound poked away by Markstrom. Marner had a pass open across the crease, and he decides to take it himself. Played now, Edler, shot turned aside by Lehner. Played up now to Marner, banks one ahead, here comes Tavares, and Tavares is decked. And the Canucks go the other way. Levo, Tiafalo, back to Tiafalo, a shot turned aside by Lehner. Rebound picked up by Silfverberg, plays it across to Carlson, now up to Nylander. Pass is intercepted. Doughty has it. Now to Follow, who plays it back to Doughty. Doughty lost it for a moment, but regains it. And Carlson takes it away from him. Doughty gets it right back. Doughty cutting across through traffic. Fires one, turned aside by Lanner. I don't know how Doughty got through that crowd of Leafs, but he did. And they'll get another offensive zone face-off with 7:44 to go in the third. Face-off is won back by the Canucks. Doughty to Miller, and a glove save by Robin Lee. And we have another offensive zone face-off for the Canucks. The Canucks have really taken over this third period in the past couple minutes, putting a lot of pressure on Robin Lee. Tied up in one, and now Jeff Skinner will take it the other way. Skinner plays it to Silverberg. Silverberg cuts back, plays it across to Muzzin, who gains the zone. Looking out front, it's intercepted by Quinn Hughes, who plays it across to Giroux. Claude Giroux cuts through, finds Miller. Miller turns back, waiting, looking for options. Finds Giroux all alone in front. Lehner with another big save. And another offensive zone faceoff for the Canucks with 6:25 to go in the third. Face-off one back by the Leafs. It's Muzzin across now to Carlson. Carlson banks one ahead to Barzal, who will gain the offensive zone. Plays it across to Kapanen, a stop shot blocked off the boards. Another chance for Kapanen, turned aside by Markstrom. Picked up by Gretzky in the corner. Gretzky finds Weber, who plays it to Besser. Besser back to Gretzky, who plays it right back across to Besser, who gains the offensive zone. To the corner, out front, Gretzky, and a good stop by Lanner. Now here comes Kapanen. Kapanen plays it to Barzal, stops, fires, and a save by Markstrom. Rebound loose, and Gostisbehere is able to fight off a Leaf and takes it the other way. Besser gains the offensive zone, finds Gostisbehere a shot that's turned aside by Lanner. Besser out front, that one deflected wide. Fowler has it now, he'll play it up to Kapanen. Kapanen through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone. Curls back, looking for options. And he is decked by Horvat, and slow to get up. Horvat goes the other way. Horvat stops the hash marks, plays it back to Gostisbehere. Now to Pearson at the point, scores! Tanner Pearson, and the Canucks are taking over this game. His 7th of the season. See, he just stops, winds up, and blasts it. There was no traffic in front of Lanner. That one should have been seen. And a Leafs defenseman actually skated out of the way. Not sure who that defenseman was, but he moved and avoided getting hit by the shot. Dumped in by the Canucks and settled down by Fowler, now to Van Riemsdyk. JVR will dump it into the corner, and the Canucks will have to restart. Edler cuts up ice and finds Hurdle. Hurdle to Pearson. Pearson slows down, cuts in. To the corner, plays it back to the point, Edler. Edler cuts in deep. Finds Horvat at the point, a shot turned aside by Lehner. To the corner, it'll go. JVR knocked off the puck, Hurdle has it. Kicks it out to Pearson. Pearson to Edler. Edler down the middle to Horvat. And a huge hit as he gets the shot off. Horvat has it, a big save by Robin Lehner. Subban to JVR. Here comes Edler, now to Hurdle. Back now Pionk. With under a minute left, the Canucks lead 6-1, and this game looks to be all but in Vancouver's favor. Horvat's shot's blocked wide. He'll regain possession of it, take it around behind the net, finds Edler at the point, down low to Horvat, Miller, back to Edler, across to Pionk, back to Edler, who blasts one that's blocked, and Tavares will pick up the loose puck. And a terrible turnover there as Miller has it on his backhand, and a nice defensive play to stop that shot from getting through. Marner in alone, and a big save by Markstrom with the glove. Nylander to Tavares, a shot turned aside by Markstrom again. And with 23.1 seconds left, the Leafs can't sustain offensive zone time and cannot solve Jacob Markstrom. Offensive zone faceoff for the Leafs, 23 seconds remaining in the third. Hughes chips it ahead to Toffoli, now to Doughty. Drew Doughty cutting through, finds Toffoli across the ice, who'll play it back to Hughes. Hughes, and now Toffoli. gains the offensive zone to the corner. Out front, intercepted by Morgan Riley with 8 seconds left and counting. One last rush for the Leafs with a lost game. Marner, a slap shot turned aside by Markstrom, picked up behind the net by Doughty, and Miller will ice it. And this game is over. The league-leading Vancouver Canucks take down the Toronto Maple Leafs by a score of 6-1. The Leafs continue to bring in new faces, new acquisitions to see if it can spark something, but the inconsistencies continue, and a blowout loss to the Canucks continues to prove that the Leafs are not yet a finished product. Third star of the game, Jacob Markstrom, 26 saves on 27 shots. He continues to have his stellar season. Second star, Elias Pettersson with a goal and 2 assists for a 3-point night. And your first star is Claude Giroux with 2 goals and an assist for 3 points. The shots for Vancouver were 45-27 for the Leafs. If we look at the Leafs goaltenders here, Robin Lehner, 12 saves on 13 shots, and Anderson, 27 saves on 32 shots. Big win for the home team as the league-leading Canucks continue to win games. Yeah, no, we're not doing Toronto, and we're not doing Vancouver again, because we did no Toronto, no Vancouver, no Tampa. So I wanted to look at the Rangers, maybe? Is Connor still in? Rangers versus Predators? So it looks like we're gonna do Nashville. So who do we want? Nashville versus the Rangers or Nashville versus the Bruins? Let's have a vote. So we got one for Nashville, Boston. We have one for Nashville, Rangers. Okay. It'll come down to... Alright, yeah, we're gonna do the Rangers because Connor's in and well, either way, we're watching Nashville. I haven't seen Noah in the chat though, so we're just gonna do the Rangers. Alright. Alright. First period is 1-0. Predators, Nick Schmaltz. Second period is 2-2. So Kreider and Stahl score for the Rangers. Gusev scores for the Predators. So it's 2-2. The Rangers are the home team, so I'm going to be commentating on their end. Let's see. Do the Rangers have any like really good jerseys? The Lady Liberty jerseys are pretty good, I think. There it is. Yeah, I'm not sure how Nashville has a 100 offense because they have no first line center. Well, they do, but the center that they're playing on the first line's a winger, so he's really bad at faceoffs. All right. And the opening faceoff in the third period is won by Nashville, but they immediately turn it over. Adam Fox takes it. Now Panarin out front scores, and the Rangers immediately take a lead. It's Mika Zibanejad who buries it, and it's 3-2. His 9th of the season, just 22 seconds into the third. Pass right into the slot. Bad defense there. Rene couldn't get across, and they take the lead. See right there, just a quick pass out front. Ekholm needs to be in better positioning there, and Rene should have made that save. Taylor Hall will dump it on in, and it'll be picked up behind the net by Fox, who plays it around now to Drouin. Jonathan Drouin was a new acquisition by the Rangers via the Montreal Canadiens. Taking to the corner, plays it back to the point. Fox down low, a shot, and it was either saved or blocked by Hamilton, I'm not sure. Played through now to Kuznetsov, now to Taylor Hall. Hall spins back, dishes, scores! And it's Evgeny Kuznetsov, the new acquisition of the Nashville Predators, and it is 3-3. His 8th of the season, his first, I believe, with the Nashville Predators. Just a quick turn, pass with tape to tape on the doorstep. No chance for Braden Holtby, who is also a new face on the New York Rangers. Neutral zone face-off won by the Rangers. Trouba finds Panarin, who dishes it through to Zibanejad. Played it back to Adam Fox. Fox plays it across to Trouba, who'll cut across. Down low, his passes off the mark, and Hamilton will take it and send it up ice to Johnny Gaudreau, who's wearing number 3 for whatever reason. Played across. Hamilton blasts one, turned aside by Holtby. Trouba up through the middle to Kreider. Kreider, we have a 2-on-1 developing, but it's closed off by the Predators' backcheckers. Kreider through the middle, broken up and taken by Ekholm. Ekholm will carry it through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone. Ekholm behind the net. Pass out front, a shot that was deflected wide. Buchnevich picks it up along the boards. Battle. Now Schmaltz comes out with it. Played across to Ekholm. Ekholm avoids a hit. Played to the middle to Schmaltz. Back to the point Hamilton. Now to Schmaltz and back to Hamilton. A shot that his stick just completely broke in half. And the Rangers will take advantage of that and go the other way. Kreider blasts one off the mask of Rene into the corner. The Predators will break it out. It's Orlov. Takes it up ice. Orlov runs into the broken stick on the ice, loses the puck, and now Kevin Hayes has it, and he's forced to dump it on in. And a reset for the Predators. Schmaltz up ice to Voracek. Voracek along the boards finds Vrana, a shot turned aside by Holtby. Played up ice now, here's Adam Henrique. And Henrique will send it in deep, and the Predators will reset. Played around behind to Provorov. Provorov's pass is intercepted by Henrique. Waits a shot, just got enough of it, was Rene. Picked up behind the net and played to the point. It's Mark Stahl. Stahl knocked off the puck, but Henrique picks it up. Henrique fires one through traffic. It was blocked. Provorov picks it up. Cannot be cleared. Johansson got it out. He finds Jakub Vrana. Vrana avoids a hit, cutting through the middle. Fires. Oh, what a chance for Johansson. And another save by Holtby. Voracek picks it up behind the net. Kicked around to Vrana. Vrana through the middle off the post from Johansson. What an opportunity. Cutting up ice, here comes Panarin, a shot turned aside. Rene. Panarin gets bodied by Rene as the Predators clear. Stahl finds Ristolainen, out is Zibanejad. Zibanejad will cut back and find Henrique. Henrique plays it across, it's intercepted and taken the other way by the Predators. Through the middle, Vrana, shot, couldn't get it off, and Mark Stahl will pick up the loose puck as Vrana is slow to get up. Zibanejad cuts through the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Waits, finds Mark Stahl, now to Drouin. Drouin finds Trouba. Trouba looks to dump it in deep, but it went off Drouin and picked up by Provorov. Cross-ice pass is intercepted by Trouba. Zibanejad plays it to Panarin. Panarin waits, cuts back and finds Mark Stahl. Stahl across to Panarin, a shot gloved by Rene, and he'll freeze. That chance for Johansson inches away from giving the Predators a lead, but the post denies him. Offensive zone face-up for the Rangers. It is tied up and won by the Predators. Taylor Hall toe drags towards the inside to the circle, and a save by Holtby with the glove, and he'll freeze with 9:51 to go in the third. Offensive zone face-up for the Predators now, and it'll be won by the Rangers. Buchnevich cuts all the way across the ice, gains the red line, and now into the offensive zone. Buchnevich, a shot. And he's holding it off as Rene, but he can't seem to cover until now, and he'll freeze with 9:16 to go in the third. Jacob Trouba is third in the league with hits this season. He is a physical presence on the New York Rangers blue line, and one of the bigger reasons why the Rangers are one of the top teams in the league, as Fox cuts in and fires one just over the top of the net. Brody plays it up ice. Here comes Taylor Hall. Hall slows down, tops the circle, a shot turned aside by Holtby and sent to the corner, picked up now by Trouba. Trouba kicks it out to Kreider. Kreider now met with a battle. Hall comes out with it out front, but pass is broken up. Ekholm picks it up, sends it to the corner to Gaudreau, back to Ekholm. Ekholm across to Severson. Severson back to Ekholm. His shot is blocked and picked up by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov comes off the boards, out to the middle, and a big save by Holtby. Scores. Eric Stahl gives the Rangers a 4-3 lead here in the third, and it's Stahl's second of the game. Eric Stahl's been a huge contributor for the Rangers this season. That one goes 5-hole on Rene, another goal that should not have gone past him. .7:35 to go in the third. The Rangers retake the lead 4-3. And now Bufflin has it. He'll play to Hedl. Hedl to the corner, plays it back to Big Buff, and Buff's shot goes wide. Now picked up along the boards by Forsberg, who plays it to Ekholm. Up ice now. Here comes Teuvo Teravainen. Teravainen stops, cuts across, and it's intercepted by Mark Stahl. Played up ice now to Hedl. Hedl will backhand this one in. Picked up behind the net, and played up to Forsberg. Forsberg through the middle to Teravainen. Cuts up ice, finds Schmaltz. Schmaltz stops, looks to pass it backwards, but it was broken up into the corner. Teravainen to Schmaltz, who's knocked off the puck, and it'll get out, and Hamilton will take it in offsides. Neutral zone faceoff is won by the Rangers, and it's D'Angelo who plays it up to Drouin. Now to Panarin. Panarin to Drouin. Drouin, a shot, was blocked wide. Picked up by Ekholm, who'll send it up ice to Teravainen. Teravainen in along the boards, plays it across to Forsberg, who stops and blasts one that's blocked. Rebound is loose and played to the corner. D'Angelo will pick it up, played across to Bufflin. Bufflin finds Zibanejad. Zibanejad cuts through the neutral zone, waits, slows down, shot blocked by Ekholm, picked up by Zibanejad. His shot is turned aside by Rene with 4:37 to go. It remains a one-goal game. A back-and-forth affair between these two teams. And an offensive zone face-up for the Rangers, which is won back by Zibanejad to Mark Stahl. Now to Ristolainen. Drouin to Ristolainen. Back to Drouin. Drouin downloaded Zibanejad on his backhand, turned aside by Rene. Played up ice to Gusev. Gusev backhands one to Provorov. Will take it in himself. Provorov across to Gallagher. Gallagher looking to tie it. Shot scores! Brendan Gallagher, and it's tied at 4. His 8th of the season. Just over 16 minutes into the third period, and the Nashville Predators even the score up yet again. He receives the pass, stops, creates a shooting lane for himself past Mark Stahl, and rips it past the blocker of Braden Holtby. With just under 4 minutes left in this one, the game remains tied. We could see overtime unless a hero comes from these two teams. Kreider takes it away and cuts up ice. Kreider fakes to the middle, a shot, scores! Chris Kreider with a snipe. For the second of the game, 10th of the season. What a shot. And the Predators will have to come from behind yet again late in this game. Mark Stahl has it. And he'll play it up to Buchnevich, who'll gain entry. And eventually loses it. And now Kuznetsov, who plays it to Goudreau. Goudreau cuts back, lost it for a moment, gets it back, curls down low. Played to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov forced to dump it in. Settled down by Goudreau behind the net, taken back by Ristolainen. Ristolainen plays it to the middle of Buchnevich. Cuts back, his shot is blocked and picked up by Provorov, now to Hall. Taylor Hall with under 2 minutes left. Look to tie this game up again, and that shot turned aside by Holtby. Zibanejad plays it up to Drouin. Drouin stops, finds Zibanejad, a slapper, goes well wide of the net, picked up by Hall. Not Hall, I don't know who that was. Battle behind the net, kicked out, and picked up by Zibanejad, who plays it through the middle to Panarin. Panarin to Trouba. Trouba to Drouin. Drouin to Zibanejad, now to Mark Stahl. Under a minute to go. It remains a 5-4 game for the Rangers, who have offensive zone time. And a pickpocket by Goudreau, who'll cut up the ice. And Rene is coming out. We have an empty net at the other end for the Nashville Predators. Zibanejad picks it up. Looking towards the empty net. Mark Stahl. Great pass to Panarin with an empty net in front of him. Panarin. Oh, Rene's not. He wasn't pulled, I guess. EA trolled me. Drouin at the side of the net. Can't bury it. And Rene will freeze. I'm not sure what happened there. It said that Rene was pulled. And next thing I know, he's still in net. So that's cool. Face-off won back by the Predators, who will look to actually pull Rene this time. Teravainen finds Forsberg. Forsberg fires, and a save by Holtby. So now we do, in fact, have an empty net for the Predators. And an offensive zone face-off with under 20 seconds left. Face-off one back, Ekholm across to Kuznetsov. Back to the point, a shot, deflected, and a save by Holtby to keep this one. I don't know, to keep the lead. It was deflected and Holtby somehow got a pad on it. Offensive zone face-off again for the Predators with 13 seconds left. Face-off is won back by the Rangers. Adam Fox takes it around behind his own net. Banks one off the boards to Buchnevich. Buchnevich plays it to Eric Stahl, who plays it back to Trouba. Trouba to Kreider, empty net. Fires and he scores. And with just under 5 seconds left, that will all but wrap this one up. 6-4 Rangers late in the third, and it's Chris Kreider with a hat trick. They pull Rene one last time, but to no avail. The New York Rangers. A big win for the hometown team as they salute the fans. And a crazy game, back and forth game through the entire thing. The biggest thing going for the Rangers was Pekka Rinne. Rinne lit in a lot of softies late in the third period, and the Predators just couldn't keep up with it, despite constantly coming back and tying the game up. Hopi simply outplayed Rene, who struggled in this one. Third star of this game is Brendan Gallagher. He had a goal for the Predators in a losing effort to go along with 6 hits. Second star of the game, it's Eric Stahl. He had 2 goals and an assist as he continues an excellent season for the Rangers on their path to the playoffs. First star was Chris Kreider. He had a hat trick and an assist on top of it for a 4-point night as the veterans in New York continue to shine. Shit. Holtby had 26 saves on 30 shots. Not the best outing from him, but he did enough to keep his team in it for the win. As for Nashville, Pecorine had 20 saves on 25 shots, giving up 5 of the 6 Rangers goals, including a hat trick to Chris Kreider. Shots were 30-26 in favor of Nashville despite the losing effort. Like I said before, Marine needed to be better, but he simply was not. 6-4 your final score, as the Rangers continue their winning ways on their path to the playoffs. So there's an odd number of teams, but we haven't seen Carolina versus Boston, so if they face off, would you be up for another game? Because honestly, they don't play anyways. No big deal. So the next team we watch will be Carolina, and they face Toronto and the Rangers next week. So that'll be for tomorrow's stream. But yeah, so Carolina and Boston are going to be the next 2 teams. But I want them to face off. If I can't, excuse me. So yeah, we'll watch Carolina tomorrow, and then the Bruins the day after, on Tuesday. Based on the looks of it, so I would say it'd probably be Bruins versus... Dude, they don't face anybody. It'd be against Vancouver, maybe, when we watch the Bruins. It'd be Bruins versus Vancouver. Yeah, simming to the 22nd to finish up the 2-week sim. And I think the Bruins have completely overtaken the Atlantic. What? Alright. I'll be right back. turn. Alright, so I'll send pictures of the division, like the rankings and whatnot. Alright, so the Bruins lead the division. 23-8-6 record. Tampa in second, 22-8-4, and then Toronto in third, 21-12-4. Then Ottawa somehow in fourth, Florida fifth, Montreal sixth, Detroit seventh, and Buffalo in dead last. Not surprised with Buffalo. Buffalo's a dumpster fire. In the Metro, the Hurricanes are 23-12-1. Second place, the Rangers, 21-10-3. The Rangers have turned it up recently. It seems, at least. Third is the Penguins. Fourth, Columbus. Somehow. Fifth, Islanders. Sixth, Flyers. Seventh, Capitals. Eighth, Devils. So I'll look at the Capital stats with the last couple games, um, just to see if Ovi's still on the market, and then the Devils last. In the Pacific, Vancouver is still in first, 27-9-1 record. They are pretty unstoppable. Second, the Coyotes, 21-14-2. Edmonton in third, 19-6-4. San Jose fourth. Vegas, Calgary, Anaheim, Los Angeles in last. In the Central, Nashville's in first, Minnesota second, St. Louis third, Colorado fourth. So Colorado's racing right back into it. Chicago, Dallas, Winnipeg, the bottom three. So Winnipeg continues to lose. We'll see who's available there. So leading the league, Vancouver's in first, Nashville second, Boston third, Minnesota for whatever reason is killing it, and then Tampa fifth. Alright, so those are the top five teams. Carolina's just outside the top five there, a point away from Tampa. So right now, Tampa has really fallen off. Either that or the rest of the league is just catching up to them. I'm not really sure. Right, Tampa does have games in hand. That's true. Uh, Toronto 7th in the league. Yeah. So I'm going to take a picture of the divisions and send it to the group chat just to have them. Um, my phone sucks. Give me a second. My phone can't take quality pictures for the life of it. So I'm going to see if turning the lights off helps at all. Barely. I'm surprised Colorado's back in it because they were last for a while and then Winnipeg decided to suck instead, so that's pretty cool. And then Atlantic there, Boston first, Tampa second, Toronto third, Ottawa fourth. And then Metro. What the? Well, Washington is bad, but, and there's a big but here, they played better this time around. So, I want to check a couple things. Specifically, Washington's last 2 weeks. If they're trending in the right direction. So Washington beat Tampa, crushed them, beat New Jersey, crushed them, lost 3 in a row, and then beat. Okay. So Washington's trending in the right direction. So one more thing I want to check, and this will truly decide what I want, like what I'm gonna do. and that is, have their two goalies been good? So, Igor Shesterkin grew to an 84. 2-2-0 with a 920 save percentage and a 2 goals against average. So, Igor has been a massive improvement over Braden Holtby somehow. And Samsonov has grown to an 83. He's up to an 896. So, I'm not sure what happened to that picture of Duke. Oh, there it is. My phone glitched out. Wanna keep... Okay. Can we settle down a little bit here, Spence? Because let's go back to the standings, and let's point one thing out. And let's make it very, very clear. Okay? Yes, Washington's hanging on to Ovechkin. But... Damn, never mind. Arizona turned it around. Never mind. I was gonna say Kessel's on the open market, but he's not anymore. Whoops. I'll make Patrick Kane available. Or Tyler Seguin. Alright, let's go to league scoring. So, goals. So Kane is available. And he is the league leader in goals. So, some things to consider. Tyler Seguin there at 20 goals. McDavid at 20. And Phil Kessel has 20 goals this season too, so. Assists. Huberto with 38. Crosby with 37. Bergeron 31. Not 41, 31. Scheifele with 30. Cooch and Keller with 29. Points leaders. So we got Crosby killing it with 56. Malkin with 50. Huberto with 50. Scheifele 46. Tampa Bay Lightning center Connor McDavid with 44. And Kucherov with 44. And then Stamkos with 42. So the big three in Tampa. All in the top 10 in point scoring. Where's Lemieux? I don't know, bro. Lemieux's with 40 in 34 games. He's over a point per game. It's not like he's slacking. But the rest of the league is just the rest of Tampa, really. And Stamkos was demoted. Stamkos' second line left wing. McDavid's first line left wing. Kucherov's first line right wing. And then Lemieux's number one center. So Stamkos' point production may go down, then Lemieux will go up. We'll see. And then just for shits and giggles. Hits. Marchand with 87, O'Reilly 84, Trouba 81, Neal 80. Kapanen still up there with 78. Yeah, Stammer's playing with Point and Palat on the second line. Blocks. Shabbat, Letang, Werenski at the top three. Giveaways, which is bad. DeKaiser, Alexiak, Mueller all tied for first. Jack Johnson, Travis Hamonic. The usual people up there. Takeaways, O'Reilly, Gretzky, McDavid, Connor, elite two-way forward McDavid, Lemieux, and Goudreau round out the top five. Fights, Zach Ronaldo and Ryan Reeves still the top two by a lot. Alright. Now let's go defenseman. So, goals, Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk is the lone lone defenseman at number one with 9 goals. Shattenkirk's having a season to remember. Shattenkirk's going off this season. It's great. I don't understand why his production's so ridiculous this season. Because he's playing on the third defensive pairing with Sergachev, but Sergachev's production isn't even nearly close to what Shattenkirk's production is. So, it just doesn't add up, man. He probably is. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. And realistic, too, because I'm pretty sure he is on the second unit in Tampa. So it's alright. Assist leaders, probably Carlson and Morgan Riley again. Ooh, John, look at this. The top 3 assist leaders for defensemen, Morgan Riley, John Carlson, Eric Carlson, all Leafs. Yet there isn't a single Leafs player who is in the top 10 in goals. Eye-opening. No, Alex Pietrangelo is not on the market, and the Leafs don't have the assets to acquire him anyways, so in your dreams. Bro, you really had to do him like that, Mark? Damn. And for points, Morgan Riley, number 1 for defensemen, Doughty, Ekman Larson, Carlson, Pietrangelo, Burns, all the way down. Morgan Riley for Norris, question mark? Also, did you guys see the video of John Carlson uh singing don't remember what song it was off the top of my head, but it made me not respect him as a human being, if I'm being quite honest. I lost all respect I had for Roman Josi when I saw that video. Burns, Josi, Carlson. I think that's why Spencer traded him. What did Josi do? The NHL Instagram account posted Roman Josi singing a cover of a song, but like a parody of that song, singing about how if it wasn't for the coronavirus, he would have won the Norris Trophy. It was a complete joke, but it was so cringeworthy that I've lost all respect for Roman Josi. It was awful.